You might be asking yourself the question, how do I help them? The answer always begins by also asking, what do they need? I find that when working with individuals who have trauma, pain, or poor decision making in their story, the things that they truly need may not be the things that we first think of. When situations are challenging, we tend to focus our attention on the most visible parts of the challenge or the circumstances which are the worst. Stop the bleed, we think. And I agree. We must tend to the gushing wounds. I've just found that in the process of doing so, I often forget to attend to the internal bleeding, the unseen hemorrhaging. Those areas tend to be less concrete, less defined, yet they often impact the core beliefs which drive decision making or make it challenging to heal the whole way down. So when we are trying to answer the question, how do I help them? I think we need to be aware of the several layers within the answer. Let me explain what I mean. I am by no means an expert nor a psychological professional. I simply like to find patterns and think of ways that I can lean into other stories. To help me with that, I like to visualize a bullseye. I like to keep in mind 3 layers which I have seen be present when I am standing alongside of someone who is struggling. These include what is visible, what needs revealed, and what is driving choices. What is visible? When we first listen to someone's story, or as we come to learn about their current struggle, the temptation is going to be to address the issues which are most visible in their life. A student might be struggling in school, and so we advise them to study more or hire a tutor. Someone's marriage could be in trouble, and we advise them to see a counselor or plan a date night. Someone's job might be on the line, and we encourage them to share their concerns with management. But while this advice might be helpful or logical, I have found that as I seek to help them, I get pushback, a fight, or someone shuts down. Why? Because there is usually something more that needs revealed. What needs revealed? Behind the first layer of the struggle are the underlying influences that are leading someone to make a choice or which are creating pressure in their story. I believe it is crucial for us, as those who are supporting the narratives of those that we care for, to lean into that narrative. How do we do this? With tell me more language and creating the space and environment to hear what still needs to be revealed. When we inquire and go deeper into the reasons beneath the surface, we create safe environments, establish the role of vulnerability, and provide an outlet. Think back to the student who might be struggling in school. Do they need to hire a tutor, or could there be more? What if there is bullying occurring, a teacher pushing a specific worldview, or pressure to choose a career path when it all just seems so overwhelming? Think back to the marriage in trouble. Do they need a counselor or to plan a date night, or could there be more going on? What if there are abusive behaviors, new financial stressors, or pressures in parenting? Someone's job might be on the line. Do they need to share their concerns with their management team? Or could a specific member of management be a part of the issue and sharing would only agitate the issue? What is driving choices? The goal is to discover the factors which create strain, the why behind a decision, the who which is affecting them, and how it makes them feel. These are often the influences which drive their choices or make them feel stuck. To discover this, I find it is best to give them plenty of space to share and ask a lot of questions, which place value on how they feel and what they are facing. Questions which help us to do this can include, how do you feel about the struggle? Do you feel like you are able to take a step to overcome this season, or do you feel held back? Tell me more about those thoughts. Do you feel different about your future because of this struggle? If so, tell me more. Is this person making you feel pressure? If so, what is it about them? What makes it feel impossible about this time? What do you feel the most? In times when I know someone wants to share more, but they're questioning if I actually want to listen, I will often reiterate by simply asking, what do you mean? And how did that make you feel? Or why do you think that happened? These help the conversation remain in motion. It gives them an opportunity to share more and me the ability to learn further backstory. I always want the ability to learn about the legitimate reasons behind someone's choices, or what influences are either negatively or positively impacting them. I find this helps me to gather a firm basis of what is impacting them before I make suggestions on action steps which could have missed the mark because I didn't fully understand. So, with all of that said, when it comes to answering the question, how do we help them? The answer is we listen well. We learn a lot. We continue to be present with them in the story so that we can discover with them the help that they need. If within that time we have learned that there are significant issues which will need professional care or support, then the answer to know how to help them may come in learning how to point those people towards resources or being with them as they take action steps to overcome a challenge. Throughout that entire process, as you are with them, I would encourage you to keep going back to what is visible, what needs revealed, and what is driving choices, as this is going to constantly be changing and expanding as they are learning how to create a new and whole story for themselves. You being present inside of that constant motion is often the best answer to the question, how do I help them? Because they do not need someone else to do it for them, but they do need someone else to guide them and be present with them throughout it all.